Welcome to the Fort Myers Beach Good Neighbor Podcast Health and Wellness Series, brought to you by ReNewYu Natural Health and Beauty, where we make wellness feel possible and turn everyday choices into stronger living. Each episode brings you uplifting conversations, local resources, and practical tips to help you look better, feel stronger, be emotionally balanced, and more connected to the community around you. So take a breath and settle in, because feeling better starts right where you are.
Welcome, good neighbors, to our health and wellness series. Today we're talking face rejuvenation without the big procedures, no lasers, no threads, no Botox, fillers, just what actually helps the skin look fresher, lighter, healthier. Plus, what's the hype? I'm joined by Dr. Dr. Greet from ReNewYu in Naples. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, Jim.
Yeah.
Excited to be here.
Yes, so we're focusing on the highest ROI alternatives of what's hype, especially in Southwest Florida with the sun and humidity around here. When people say, I want my face to look better, what's the most common goals? The glow, smoother texture, fewer lines, tighter skin, less puffiness? What are they looking for?
I think most of the people look for less lines, so tighter skin, and also probably less hyperpigmentation, brown spots.
Okay. When people, what's most realistic when people are expecting kind of like a quick fix? What can they expect quickly?
You know, I don't think there is a quick fix for anything. So that's, the clients we really don't want, because that's unrealistic. I think everything takes time. The wrinkles didn't come overnight. The hyperpigmentation didn't come overnight. I think, it needs time to reverse. So, you have to give it time and consistency. And that's what we want. I don't believe in quick fixes. So that's very unrealistic.
Exactly. It takes time, right? So some things are skin quality, some are structure. What's the difference between improving your skin quality versus changing the structure, like sagging or volume loss?
Yeah, so skin quality, I think skin quality comes most of the time from what you eat, your nutrition. Do you have enough sleep? That will show the skin quality. The structure, what is really framing your face, what's underneath, is the muscles, is the ligaments, the fascia. So there is two different things. So I think skin, if you have really good skin, it's really what you take in. So really the inside is showing, what you have in front of you. As you age, our fat pads will, melt away. So that will really shape your face. And that's when our ReNew device comes in again, because we're toning the muscles underneath, what will take actually the space or fill up the lost space that we had because of our fat loss as we age.
Very good. So if you had to rank the best non-laser, non-injectable options for rejuvenation, what rises to the top for you?
Well, for me, number one is the ReNew device that we have. We don't use any lasers. A lot of lasers go too deep and melt again your fat in your face that you absolutely don't want to lose. And so our ReNew device, it's electrical modulation. And that is the only device I recommend, actually.
Very nice. So let's get specific about some of the popular options out there. Where do things like microneedling, chemical peels, dermaplaning, red light, facials, where do they fit in?
Well, I think if your first one was microneedling, I think microneedling has some value. Again, you have to know the skin and don't go too deep. You have to go to the right layer where the collagen is building. I would not recommend it with radio frequency, just microneedling on its own. Red light, LED, is superficial, is for building collagen. That's where it happens. So if you use infrared on top of it, that goes deeper. What is more for like cellular rejuvenation. I think chemical peels, yes, we can do chemical peels. I don't believe in very deep chemical peels. You don't have to take the risk to get, a more smooth skin or less pigmentation. But again, do it on a regular basis, maybe like a series of 3, like, 6 weeks apart, or, a month apart, 2 months apart, depending on the client. So I think definitely they have their value, but again, you have to do it all in series. It's not going to be one micro needling and you're going to see the collagen popping up, or one session with LED light and it's like, wow. So it's the consistency and keep on going to maintain afterwards also.
Yeah, it makes sense. So if someone is new, what's the safest first step for them?
The safest first step when somebody's new, well, it depends what they really want. Do they want to do just, working on their skin, the superficial part, or do they want to really work on their shape? The ReNew device, there is no contraindications. So it's very safe. It's your natural body healing from the inside out. So there is, it's very, very safe. If somebody wants to do a peel, I think they need to use a home care program to really prep the skin to do a chemical peel. Micro needling is very safe, again, if it's done, with a professional that knows what they're doing, and also, in a facility where everything is very clean, because we don't want to create any infections. So there are safe modalities, but they have to be done in the right way and in the right environment.
Good advice. Great advice. So if someone wants the biggest glow up from skincare, what are the anchor steps that matter the most?
For skincare, the biggest glow that you can get is, I think it's very simple. Okay, so I think, washing your face with a product. The product doesn't have to be too expensive, but I think you have to do a regular, a few times a week, a gentle exfoliation of the skin, so that you take the dead cells off, and then automatically you have that glow already, and the products that you use can penetrate deeper. So I think, so a wash, even a cheaper version, it doesn't matter, but a good exfoliating product that is not too harsh, but that gives you the glow. And then I would say, during the day, always some protection, especially here in Florida.
Now, are there any products that you recommend?
A product line, you mean,
Yes.
specifically?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I think there is so many products on the market. Of course, we have products from Europe, and it's called Ikari. They're made in Switzerland with less preservatives, because we put so many toxins on our skin. We want to really prevent to put all the toxins on your skin. What we really want is that you are healthy, eat healthy, that you use the less products, the better. That's it. So we're working with a company now that is making their own skin products without preservatives. So we have a meeting this week. And then, some people want more products that are correcting. And here at the center, we have ZO from Dr. Obagi. And I think Dr. Obagi is around a long time, that, we trust his products. And SkinCeuticals is known for so long. They do good research. So there is good products out there, but in general, my philosophy is less is better. Make sure your skin looks good, your canvas looks good, so we don't really have to use a lot to correct or to, put stuff on our face, and, less is better.
Yep, absolutely. So talking about lifestyle, how much do things like sleep, alcohol, hydration, and stress show up in the face, and what changes are noticeable the fastest?
Yeah, I think, lack of sleep is a big thing. You look tired. Then alcohol, it gives you dehydration. So then also alcohol makes you wake up in the middle of the night. So that's like, so you don't sleep good. And So yeah, those are big factors for your skin. And nutrition is, eat a lot of fish, a lot of vegetables, so healthy food in general, and no processed food at all, because you can see that in your skin. And sometimes people with acne, they're putting products on and trying this and trying that, and it's really all coming from the gut, what we take in. You have inflammation inside, and it's going to show into your skin, or it's show on your face.
A lot of things affect our skin. So especially living here in Southwest Florida, we've got the sun, the heat, the humidity. What are the biggest drivers of visible aging, and what's the simplest fix?
The simple fix is like, sun protection. You have to prevent actually your skin from being burned and being too much in the sun. It's a little bit controversial, because I also like your skin to have some sun. You need your vitamin D, but I would say most of the time, 15 minutes in the morning when the sun rises, the sun doesn't have, the rays that are damaging your skin, or actually when the sun goes down 15 minutes at night. And then during the day, if you're outside, you have to use sun protection. So because that will damage the skin the most is the sun.
So talking about damage, how can someone tell if their skin is overtreated or their barrier is wrecked? And what's your reset plan for that?
Well, most of the time when the skin is overtreated, you see redness, you see they're very sensitive. So we really would say then we're going to take everything away, and we start with one product at a time, for very gentle products, and bring in one product at a time, so that they are not, because if you put too much on and they don't know what is really giving them the overreaction or over treatment, you don't know what you have to take out. So most of the time, I would say we're just going to wash and don't put anything on your skin right now. And then we start adding one product at a time for, less is better, at that point. So for sensitive skin, but don't over-treat your skin with adding more and more products. There is no need for that.
So talk about that. The at-home tools. You have things like microcurrent, facial massages, rollers, LED masks. What's legit and what's mostly placebo?
Well, there is some LED light face masks that are good. You have to see what wavelength they have. Most of the time, I have to say, and I had LED masks before myself at home. You put it on, sometimes it's too heavy, you sit there for 15 minutes, it's annoying, you don't do it every day, so you're not going to get results. So I got rid of it. So if somebody's asking me about an LED light at home, I would always recommend like a panel. It doesn't have like that you can lay under with your face, or you have pain somewhere else. It's also most of the time with infrared. You can use it for pain issues. You can use it just as the LED light. You can use it for many more things, and it's more comfortable. You can just lay on your bed and it's comfortable. You don't need to sit there 15 minutes. But if you lay on your bed 15 minutes a day, you put a LED panel on you. It's so much, comfort it's much more, it's better. Microcurrent at home, I don't really think it does a lot. I would not recommend that. I think the output is very low unless you do it every day. And then if they go with an LED light that is very small and you have to do it 15 minutes, you have to do it 15 minutes really in every spot. So I really don't recommend that at all. I think at home, the key thing is a good skincare regimen. And we want to keep it as simple as possible. You don't want to make it too complicated.
So talking about some of those, do collagen supplements help, or what should people really be looking for?
I'm not a big, component for collagen powders intake. Again, they might have some, not so healthy stuff in it, preservatives again. I think, again, eat like omega, like fish, eat sardines. I think that's much better than collagen in general. There is nothing better than what nature is giving us.
So what's the biggest red flags in products, clinics, or claims that make you say, run, stay away from them?
I think if it's in anything too good to be true, run. And it's in
Right?
anything. Yeah. If it's too good to be true, I would never, if it's like, oh, you're going to see the results tomorrow. There is no quick fix. It's consistency. It's your lifestyle, exercising, your sleep, not over drinking or not too much alcohol, socializing. There is no quick fix. So if it's too good to be true, run.
Run.
Yes.
So if a listener wants a natural looking, non-procedure approach, what's your simple, maybe 3-step plan for the next 90 days?
For the next 90 days, you mean in products or
Just what they can do to improve. Yeah, to help.
Well, I would say for the next 90 days, I would really recommend the ReNewYu, the electrical modulation. So in 90 days, that's about 3 months, you can get a few in. And then we do a skin analysis. It's very personalized and see what your skin needs on top of it. And I think that is the best combination: good skincare, consistency, and the electrical modulation with the ReNewYu device. And in 90 days, you're going to see an amazing change already. Natural. And you're still going to look yourself. So
that's the biggest thing. A lot of people don't look themselves after some of these procedures. And
no,
you're like,
no.
right? Yeah. We want to keep what we look like, right?
Yes, yeah.
Well, very good. Any last words for our listeners today?
Well, I would say less is better. You want to stay looking like yourself, just like you were young. If people see you, they want to say, wow, you look amazing, but they don't want to say like, wow, what did you have done? So you don't want to put it out there. You want to look natural, rested, looking younger, but being yourself.
Very good. And if our listeners had questions, how would they go about getting a hold of you?
Well, they can call the center here, ReNewYu in Naples, Florida. Our phone number is 239-682-1306. So call us and set up a consultation, and we will make your personal plan to look the best you can.
Very good. And thank you for your insight today. I'm sure a lot of people enjoy it. Anything else for our listeners?
No, I think, less is better.
Less is better, and run from some of that other stuff, right?
Yeah. If it's too good to believe, run. Or too good to be true, run. Yes.
Dr. Greed, it's been a pleasure. Thank you again, and we'll see you next time. All right.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jim.
Thank you for spending this time with the Fort Myers Beach Good Neighbor podcast, health and wellness series brought to you by ReNewYu, Natural Health and Beauty. If today's episode helped you, share it with a friend and check the show notes for local resources and next steps you can try this week. Until next time, be gentle with yourself, celebrate the small wins, and remember, better days are built one breath, one choice, and one good neighbor at a time. Also, to nominate your favorite health and wellness expert to be on the show, go to FMBGoodNeighbor.com, that's FMBGoodNeighbor.com, or call 239-427-4100. Until next time, remember to Cabo until ya wabo, and keep being a good neighbor.